What's up everybody, Jesse here with another huge roundup of leaks coming from the same website as the last few leaks. These are all screenshots of never before seen stuff coming from the Nintendo Switch version of Breath of the Wild. I apologized in my last video for spoiling the game for the people that didn't want to be spoiled. I've put the word spoilers all over the thumbnails and as the first word in the title, the same I did for this video. So for those that may have missed that, this is your warning. Personally, I would hate for someone to ruin something for me, so please, if you don't want spoilers, click off of this video. I'll have spoiler-free videos coming up soon. I appreciate everybody having an interest in my videos, but please, just don't go to the comments and complain about spoilers being in the video when the thumbnail and the title clearly says it has spoilers. If you are interested in spoilers, please subscribe, like, and give me your thoughts on these spoilers in the comments below. Today we have a roundup of images that were taken from the Switch version of the game. Some are high res while others are low res, so while the details may be bad in some of them, a lot of these are going to be crystal clear, and even in the bad ones we can still sort of tell what's going on in them. So first up we have this off-screen image of Link standing in front of a river. We see it splits off a little to his right, one cutting back behind him while the other continues alongside this mountain. We can see him in what looks like the Sheikah outfit we've seen in the leaked images. He has a Sheikah shield on, we can't really tell what sword or bow he has, we see he only has 4 hearts. Also, another thing that's interesting to note is that he has the hood on. This is the first time we've seen it return since the original trailer. We can see a few different yellow markers on the map to the north. We have red and green markers to the left behind him. Again, going back to the 4 hearts, this means this area and the items he has will all be obtainable at the very beginning of the game. Well, depending on which direction you go when you get off of the Great Plateau. You could end up with completely different stuff. Anyways, next we have probably the most interesting leak from this. What looks to me like Sheik. Does this mean her character appears in the game? Or will this simply be a costume Link or Zelda wears? Which technically if it is Zelda wearing the costume then it probably is Sheik, but we haven't really seen her since Ocarina of Time, and with this game having such a huge Sheikah feel to it, it would be nice for them to bring Sheik back. Then we have bottles full of all sorts of potions. Speed, attack, defense, fullness, fireproofing, restore fullness, HP, sound, cold restore, electric restore, and hot restore. I like seeing that we're getting something different than the standard stamina, heart, or magic potions from most games. And we don't just have to rely on food to recover a lot of these. And we have seen a potion shop in one of the trailers that Nintendo showed off. Specifically the Life in Ruins trailer. So these next set of photos are blurry, so I won't be able to go as in depth with them, so I apologize. If you find more screens that are of good quality, please let me know and I'll credit you in my next video. At the end of the video, I'll let all of the screens play over again to give you more time to watch them and see what you can find yourself. And another thing that's important, a lot of these have Link with 3 or 4 hearts. So everything you're about to see is at the very beginning of the game. Again, depending you go in the same direction that he does, which it looks like this player headed directly towards Death Mountain, making a stop at Hyrule Castle, and then continuing straight towards Death Mountain. We see dragons, bosses, enemies, NPCs, the giant Great Fairy, and more. So let's get started. Next up is a collection of screens. First we have what looks like Link holding up something red. I can't really tell what it is, so I apologize. Then we have Link gliding over a canyon, Link getting an item at the end of a shrine, a forested area with what looks like a lightning dragon, Link standing in front of the Master Sword, a close-up of a cutscene around the same time, Link on top of the castle staring at Death Mountain, what looks like the very top of Hyrule Castle with the camera angled down. The rest of these just look like different spots on the castle, so let's move on to the next one. Then we see Link shirtless in a shrine, what might be another dragon or a snake-like creature, or it could be the side of a cliff. Again, I can't really tell in this image because it's so blurry. He does have Wolf Link here though. Then we have Link in front of a tower, again running toward Death Mountain, Link standing in tall grass on a hill, Link using magnesis on a puzzle, the Great Fairy, which is absolutely huge, Link in a treehouse or possibly a bokoblin fort, another shot in the field, on a beach. We have the village again from the Life in Ruins trailer, a small hut, Link in a field again, and we come to the next set of images. These are even blurrier, so I apologize again. We have the UI screens, a title screen, Link in a grassy area, again the town from the Life in Ruins trailer, So since we keep seeing the Life in Ruins trailer over and over again, I'm wondering if this is actually somewhere near the castle or Death Mountain, since it does look like he headed north, and these are from the same set of pictures as the castle and Death Mountain pictures. So we should be able to find this village on the way to Hyrule Castle. Possibly one of the dirt paths in Hyrule Field will lead to it, or an NPC that we meet along the way will point us in the direction. We also know that the Sheikah Slate speaks to us, so perhaps it guides us in this direction as the first major town in the game. Anyways, let's move on. We have what looks like a giant block puzzle, another village, Link inside a house. I can't really make these out, but we do see what appears to be a giant enemy in the last picture. Moving on to the next set, we again have another blurry shot. We have a house to the far left, and these basically all appear to be taken at a village or some town. Possibly close to the town that we know from the Life in Ruins trailer that we talked about earlier. On the next one we see a lot of the starting area, a few shrines, and the Resurrection Tower. Again, I apologize for another blurry image. I can't read the text in any of them, but we can see the castle and a few new NPCs. This next one has a dog, some more NPCs, and another look at the castle. As I said, I'll let all of these images play over again, so you can see them one last time. But I want to remind everyone to please subscribe and comment below, letting me know your thoughts and what you're hoping for out of Breath of the Wild. And if you really want to help support this channel, please head over to patreon.com/GameOverJesse, where you can be part of my videos, join our Discord and chat with us, and much more. So thank you all for watching, and enjoy the rest of this music by my longtime friend CS Guitar 89. What's up everybody, really quick before we get to the usual end slate, I wanted to mention a quick update for this channel. I'm trying to bring together a few new series other than the usual discussions and news videos that we do. I would like to bring quality reviews, let's plays, do more live streams, a top 10 series, and more analysis videos. However, to do this I need your help. Between being a new father, YouTube, and my real job, I don't have the time to work on all of these videos. So I would like to bring on other people who can help out from time to time, like Ysis and others who have helped host and edit videos before. To make this all happen and to get awesome rewards for yourself, head over to patreon.com/GameOverJesse, where you can get shoutouts and videos, join our group Discord and chat with us whenever you want, be a guest on some of our videos, and much more. If you haven't already, please like, subscribe, and leave your thoughts in the comments below. I would like to give a huge thank you to this month's Patreons for their support: George Martinez, Glenn Cassio, Hen Hutinen, Lunarium, Magic Tech Review, The Itch Network, and Harris Priest. Thank you all for everything, and it's because of your support that I'm able to find the time to do these videos. If you would also like to support this channel, head over to patreon.com/GameOverJesse, where you can find all kinds of great rewards like joining on a video, being added onto our Discord chat, having your discussion or topic featured on one of our videos, and much more, including having your own custom artwork similar to my own, drawn of you in any anime or video game style you would like. Finally, I would like to give a huge thank you to Nomo Designs and CS Guitar 89 for providing the music and artwork for this channel.